Hi, welcome to Batu Resort. This is an island in Pulau Tengah. So currently we are in the middle, or what we say as a back of a house, where you can see people are working to clean up the area. So this is what we call as gotong royong in local, and this is what we are doing, a project called composting area, where we're trying to find a way to convert the food waste that we have in the island. And for this we have invited a group called Follow, that they are helping us with the way and also idea that they have used in mainland to practice it in this island, where we can convert our food waste into composting and can grow our own vegetables and plants. So right now you are seeing the process of making it, the main process. So this is the first day we have started, where we have people from various departments coming in together to help and you know, to remove all the rocks, grasses and everything. So currently after this we will be talking to the people who are really in charge of this project in a while. Hi, my name is Siva. We are from Batu Resort. We are currently working on a project for composting. So this piece of land we're gonna convert it to composting and try to make nursery and so on. So furthermore, my friend over here, Thomas, will be able to explain in detail. So Thomas, can you tell us what we are doing here and what will be the future outcome of this project over here?
Okay, so this is the first day we are starting work. It's called gotong royong. In the Malay language, it means it's about getting together and doing things together as a community. So you see, everyone is breaking ground. What we are doing is clearing up the trash that has been dumped here. So lots of concrete, rubble, plastic. We're just clearing it up, and we have just found that there are some electric cables underneath it, so knocking it out. It feels good, even though it's warm and everyone is sweating, because we are all doing it together. So our vision for this place is for it to be able to be productive, grow food. We're going to be using compost produced from the food waste from the resort, and instead of having to ship it out of the island, throwing it away in a landfill, you know, using fossil fuel to bring it out on the boat. We're just going to settle it here ourselves, try to be kind of creating the feedback loop in the system where our waste becomes our food again. So we'll be doing composting here, setting up a small plant nursery, doing a food garden where we grow different kinds of vegetables and fruit for the restaurant, so that the guests and the staff can all enjoy it. The maintenance is going to be done together as a community. Whoever is interested can join in and share the expertise. Hopefully with this, we can build more activities on the island for both the guests and the staff.
So okay, as you guys can see, this is the food waste composter that is being used to put food waste and some other stuff that to turn into composter, into compost that can be used to fertilize the plants and everything. So in a while you guys will be seeing how they are using it, how they're going to put the food waste and everything, and how they turn the machine or equipment to get the compost out of it. So you guys can witness it in a while. So could you explain to us what we have over here? The gigantic composter.
Okay, sure, Siva. So what we have here is called the Ryden Food Waste Composter. So it works in this, the purpose of this is to compost food waste that is, I would say, more of the rich things, for example, meats, dairy, things that have been cooked. We don't want to compost that out in the open because it might attract rats and it might smell bad. So doing it in this system would prevent the rats from getting in and keep the pests, cockroaches away from the compost. I have a friend Lemuel who is much more familiar with this system and he will explain it more to you.
Okay, hi, I'm Dr. Lemuel from Polo Farms, and I'm here to introduce and talk about this Ryden composter that we have here at Batu Batu. Okay, so what this machine does for us is that it converts food waste, kitchen waste, into really good compost, what we call black gold. How does this machine work? Is that kitchen waste would go in from this hole here, right? You pour in your kitchen waste, okay? And for the same volume of kitchen food waste that you have, you would also then give what we call browns, which are stuff like dried leaf or sawdust, right? You put it in the same volume. And when what you have comes up to this working level, you see here, marked over here, okay, on this working level, what you do then is to turn this. When you turn this, inside, it works like a screw. It will then move this kitchen waste and the browns, mix it and move it over next to it so that you have more space for the next load of food waste and browns. Okay? As you do that every day, the food waste and the browns, they get mixed up, and as they move through here, the bacteria, the fungi will start feeding on the food waste. Temperatures in this composter will go up to about 70 degrees. Okay, and we were not using any electricity at all. Just an insulating body, okay, to maintain the heat. So what that does with the high temperature and all that good bacteria action is that it will break down the food waste into nutrients. And not only will it break down the food waste, stuff that are non-organic, all the chemicals and all the pesticides, all the bad stuff also gets broken down. So by the time it moves and come out here, you wouldn't even recognize it as food waste. You wouldn't be able to see the steak, you wouldn't be able to see the curry and stuff, but what you see is something that's black and smells pretty good. And this, as it is collected in this bucket like this, when this bucket is full, we pile it up and let the compost mature further. After about 3 months, 2 to 3 months of maturing, we will use that to plant vegetables. And what we have to plant the vegetables with this black compost is what we call black gold, something that is full of nutrients and full of good bacteria. So what we're doing here is we are pouring, Chef Roberto is pouring the kitchen waste that we had from this morning, right, into the Ryden.
Okay.
Fantastic. Thanks, Chef.
Thank you.
Right. And then after which we mix the browns, right, together with this. Go in. And then once it comes to this level, right, what we do is the handle here, come Chef, we turn it so that we move what we have just put in to the side.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah, there you see, it's going in, yeah.
It's going inside.
Yeah. Good job. Thanks, Vinod. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll talk to you later.
So, okay, currently we have Sharon over here. She's the managing director of the resort, Batu Batu Resort. So she's also the initiator of this project. So let us ask her more on, why she wanted to do this and how she wanted to be in the future. So can you explain us a little?
Okay, so I think it was, I put out a message on Facebook once saying, does anyone know anyone who has sustainable food solutions? And someone that I went to kindergarten with, and who's an old family friend, said, hey, you should meet these guys at Folo. I was like, what's Folo? And Folo is a farm in JB, called Feed Our Loved Ones. And so I met up with Will and Lemuel and Jason, who are the 3 founders that I know from Folo. And they were doing something even more amazing than a pure sustainable food solution. They were actually taking food waste, which is one of our problems here, and turning it into compost and growing food with this compost. And apparently that food waste is so full of all kinds of bacteria that it makes for extremely healthy vegetables. So it fits here. What we're trying to do at Batu Batu is create a sustainable island, and we're trying to push the limits as far as we can in terms of creating positive impact here. So on one side we might do the turtles and the conservation and the coral monitoring and the marine conservation. On this side we're looking to see what we can do with our food waste and create circular systems with the food we eat. Any food waste goes into the ride-in or the composter, and then from there it grows into the garden, and from this garden we can feed our guests and our staff. And I think around this whole project we want to then weave elements of wellness. So Lemuel is a doctor, and he's talked to us about giving talks for our staff around wellness. So in a nutshell, that's what we're doing here. And I think one of the good things with a thing like this garden farm is that it creates a community. So already today we've seen the people coming out and digging, and then someone else comes and brings the food, and then chief engineer comes to look at the cables, and Charita goes and gets his camera, and bit by bit we create a community that works around this farm.
Okay, so it's a great effort. I hope it will be a fantastic project in the future and replicate more people, and more resort will adapt to this idea of converting the food waste to composting and grow their own plant, so that we don't have any problem shipping out the wet waste outside of the island.
The other interesting thing, Siva, is that over there we have a new sewage treatment plant coming up, which is going to be full of sawdust and worms and earthworms, and that's also going to create a fertilizer that will feed this garden. So we have the garden being fed from human waste, and we have the garden being fed by food waste.
Two different
sources of compost coming.
So is it to compare the growth, or just to see the difference of it?
It's 2 separate circular systems, but coming into the same garden.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So thank you.
And hopefully over time the guests will also get involved.
That would be great to have the guests to get involved, so that they can feel and experience what's going on in the island, right? So it will be a good experience.
And it's a back to nature, you know. What we want our guests to come here and do is feel that they get back to nature and get back to their roots. And so getting involved in things like this. And I think now there's something called green care, where they've shown that gardening and working in nature actually has health benefits. So actually doing this and volunteering here, you're making yourself healthier.
Exactly, by sweating and all. So all I guess, thank you, Chair, for your time spending over here.
Thank you, Siva.
Thank you. Hi, okay, right now I have Tanya. She is the Conservation and Sustainability Manager of Batu Batu Resort. So let us ask her what's her opinion about this project, and we can get some input from her as well, because she has lots of experience in working in conservation in island-based resorts. Hi, Tanya. So,
Hi.
Could you tell us on your opinion on this composting project, and what you expect from it, and what is your vision of this project?
Yeah, so it's a really great project and something that I think the whole conservation team is really excited about. It's fantastic because we're going to be growing our own fruits and vegetables on the island in an organic and sustainable way, so we won't be importing so many things. and we'll also be eating fruits and vegetables that are much healthier as well, because we won't be using lots of chemicals and things like that. And it's also something that we're hoping will bring the staff together as well. So you'll see there's lots of volunteers here today from different departments helping us. So it's kind of a community project as well, to get the staff working together and involved in the environmental projects as well.
So could you explain to us about the project itself, like what's going to happen over here and what you guys going to do?
Yep, so today we're all working together to clean the area ready for the farm. And this corner here is going to be the area where we have a kind of nursery where we grow the kind of baby plants before they're ready to go into the main vegetable beds. And so the nursery is going to be back here, where you can see the guys like clearing the palm fronds and everything now. And then the vegetable beds themselves will be built here across this whole space. And to build the beds themselves, we're going to be using recycled wood from the island as well, from other projects.
Okay. So how are you guys going to bring the compost and put it, if it's going to be a system or?
So one of the things we're going to use is the Garden, which will convert our food waste into compost. So you put food into the Garden together with wood chippings or leaves, and you turn it, and after a couple of weeks you start getting fresh compost coming out. And so the added benefit of this project as well is that we're going to be using our food waste for something positive, rather than sending it away from the island to be disposed of.
Great. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you for your time. Okay. So that's all for now. Stay tuned to see what is our future would be, or in future how this will turn out to be. And we hope that we can grow lots of plants and get to eat lots of healthy food. Thank you.